morning, everybody. Today we are going to start with a new topic, but at the beginning we are going to remember the topics of the last classes. So tell me, what topic we review? Okay, we review the narrative tenses. And what tenses do you use? Right, we are going to use the past simple, past continuous, past present simple, and continuous. Okay, as I said before, today we are going to review a new topic that is called sentence connectors, contrast. It means today we are going to work with contrast. What is the objective for today? To analyze the use and application of contrast connectors with a PowerPoint presentation, examples and exercise. Okay, so today we are going to work in that. Pay attention. Contrast, that is the connectors for today. That connectors are used to combine sentences. It means we are going to join two sentences, okay, or more ideas. They also express the relationship between the ideas. It means the contrast connector is going to join two ideas, and that ideas have to have a relationship, okay? Contrast connectors are used when we want to contrast two or more ideas. Okay, it means that we are going to use the connectors of contrast in order to contrast our ideas. Okay, the most common use are, we are going to see although, though, but, however, whereas, while, despite the fact that. Okay, we are going to check that connectors, okay, in order to contrast our ideas. Yeah. Pay attention, we are going to work with the first connector, although and though. When do you have to use? You are going to use to show two ideas are opposite one of another. Pay attention here, although and though are the same connectors. It means both means the same, and you can use both. But the difference is that although is more formal. It means you can use also in your academic writing, okay? But you can use both in speaking or in writing, but although is more formal. Okay, here you have some examples. Although the weather is bad, I love London. Pay attention, I love London, comma, although the weather is bad. Pay attention here, you can use although in two positions. You can use at the beginning, although the weather is bad, I love London, or in the middle of the sentence, I love London, comma, although the weather is bad. So pay attention, as I said before, the two words are the same, you can use in the same way, and you can use at the beginning or in the middle of the sentence, and don't forget to use a comma. As I said before, you are going to use the contrast words in order to separate two ideas or two sentences. That is my first idea. Also, the weather is bad, my first idea. I love London, my second idea. What is the meaning of also? Aunque. The weather is bad, I love London. That is the opposite. We are showing the opposite of my ideas, okay? We are going to continue with bad. That is a common word. When do you use? You have to use to add a statement which is different from what you have to say before. But can never go at the beginning of the sentence. It means we are going to use but at the middle. I want to go dancing, but I don't have any time. Pay attention. Here I am showing the statement is different from what I said before. It means I want to go dance. I like it, but I don't have time. That is my opposite idea of the first. I want to go dancing because I like, but I don't have any time. That is my opposition, okay? That is easy. We are going to see with however. When do you use? You have to use to indicate a contrast or contradiction. Yeah, it means, however, you are going to use to show a contradiction of ideas. Okay, we usually put the two ideas in two separate sentences. Pay attention. In the last examples, we use in the same sentence. Pay attention. We start here and we finish here. That is one idea, okay, in one sentence. And here we are going to use two sentences. Pay attention. I really like to practice my English. That is my first idea and my first sentence. Point. However, it is hard to find a place to practice. Point. It means that here we have two sentences and two ideas. Okay? So, however, we are going to use to separate two sentences. Okay? And what is the position that you can collocate? You are going to collocate at the beginning of the second sentence. You can put after the subject of the second sentence or at the final of the second sentence. Pay attention. I love London. Point. However, comma, the weather is bad. I love London. Point. The weather, comma, however, is bad. The most common use is in that position. Okay, at the beginning of the second sentence. I love London. Point. However, the weather is bad. Okay, so pay attention. You can use however at the beginning of the sentence, after the subject, or at the final of the sentence. But that is the most common position. Okay, and pay attention. However is used to separate two sentences. That shows a contradiction, but it separates two sentences. My first sentence and my second sentence. Okay? What is the meaning of however? Sin embargo. I love London, however, the weather is bad. We are going to see whereas. When do you use? You are going to use for comparing two things which have significant differences from each other. Okay, we are going to show differences of our sentence, okay, of two ideas. Pay attention here. Animals operate out of instincts, whereas human beings can reason. Okay, pay attention. That is my first idea and that is my second idea, and I am comparing the two ideas in one sentence. Esta es mi primera idea, esta es mi segunda idea, por eso tengo una coma. Y lo que hago, whereas, me separa las dos ideas en una sola oración. Animals operate out of instincts, whereas, mientras que, human beings can reason, pueden razonar, mientras que los humanos pueden razonar. Okay, what is the position of whereas? You are going to use whereas at the middle of the sentence or at the beginning. That, pay attention. Whereas animals operate of instinct, comma, human beings can reason. Okay? That is my second idea. So we can use at the beginning or in the middle. Okay? In order to comparing my two ideas. The first idea and the second idea. We are going to see while. When do you use? Means during the time or throughout the time. Okay? While there was no conclusive evidence, most people thought he was guilty. In this case, we are comparing the duration of the time in the same time. What is the meaning of while? Mientras there was no conclusive evidence, most people thought he was guilty. Okay? So we are going to show during the time. Okay? And what is the position? We are going to use at the beginning of the sentence. When you use at the beginning, you have to use a comma. While there was no conclusive evidence, comma, most people thought he was guilty. In the second example, that is the same sentence. There was no conclusive evidence, while most people thought he was guilty. Okay, that is the same. We are showing during the time. Okay. And we are going to see the last connector, despite the fact that, remember, this connector is more formal. It means you can find it in academic writings, okay, or in essays, maybe on internet academic pages, okay. When do you use? You have to use to show something which happened without being affected by something else, okay. Pay attention. Despite the fact that the weather is bad, I love London. Okay, it means that my second idea don't affect the first. In the second example, that is the same. Okay, I love London despite the fact that the weather is bad. What is the meaning of despite the fact that? Dado el hecho que the weather is bad, I love London. Okay, in this case, you are going to use despite the fact that in order to speak the academic tasks. And pay attention, you have to use when the second idea doesn't affect to the first. Okay, I love London despite the fact that the weather is bad. Pay attention, that is the same. You are going to use at the beginning of the sentence or at the middle of the sentence. In this case, you don't need to use a comma, because despite the fact that works without commas. Okay, so that is all for today. What is your homework? You are going to check the slideshows. You have to copy in your notebooks, and you are going to write your own examples with anyone, okay, using the connectors in order to show the contrast of your two ideas. Okay, and thank you, students. That is all for today. Have a nice day.